Good evening, everybody. When's the last time I streamed? That had to have been like, half a month ago or something. Blame Zelda. All my problems can be blamed on Zelda. But anyway, we got a fun new event with a bunch of Italians running around. And I want to play it. It's about as simple as that. So, my goal this time is not to get any of the 6 stars, because Texas is good, and thank you Entity Slendy for the follow. I would like to hear regional accents, but at the same time, I have a lot planned in the coming future. I want to get Hermione, because I have a sweet spot for Hermione. I need to pull for Yato. I kind of want Enos, as well as everything off of Lone Trails, so... I also maybe want to spark for Nian, so I got a lot going on, so we're gonna see what happens. I probably will at least go to whatever 6-star I get for a pity.
This is Intern Hibiscus. From now on, I'll be in charge of managing.
But I probably won't go any further than that. And there's a 6-star. That's a rainbow bag. So I don't have to do a thing.
Hello.
Also, please tell me if my audio is too loud. I adjusted it slightly, and OBS is really finicky.
Hi. I'm Cruz.
I saw myself dipping into the red.
But I'll do the best I can.
Alright, what we got?
I am Lavinia Falcone, formerly a judge of Siracusa. Today I report to you as Operator Penance. I hope that in working for Rhodes Island, I can absolve myself of my past mistakes.
Well, we started out very strong, so Texas, you can go... Well, I can probably still pull for the 6-star, because that's still another... I think that's still like another 22 pulls I get.
My name is Plume, formerly of the Pontifica Cohors Lateran. I will be your sword and your wings as I defend your very life.
Now, originally I was going to promote the welfare
Operation Reserve Team A6.
if I didn't get a 6-star, but I got Miss Falcone, so guess who's getting promoted? Thank you, Chestnut. Needed you.
Caster Stewart reporting in. I'm glad to be working with you.
Now, if I could get Luna Cub. Luna Cub sounds kind of like a mooncake. If I could get her, then I could pretty much just be done with needing anything.
My job is to protect the other troublemakers on...
And that's what we get.
Me Luna Cub, so you can call me that too. I heard there's a canteen place here where you can eat whatever you want. Is that true? Where is it? Can I go there right now?
So that was my 4th, which gives me a total of 20 pulls to my next 6-star. So yeah, I'll probably just pull for another 6-star at that point. If it was closer to like the 20th pull or something, I wouldn't. But that's pretty good to go off of. But that's not the only thing that we're coming here for today, because we got new operators in the red certificate shop, and I have a lot of things to burn. Good God, I have a lot of things to burn. Okay. So I will be getting all 6 pots for both of them. cute little fox boy.
の話でしか聞いたことなかったんだ。それであなたを社長って呼べばいいかな。ドクターでいい。
Oh, you weren't done talking. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
ごめんなさい。さっきのペンローのお兄さんに
This is gonna give me a
あな
bunch
た
of
の
dumb
ことをなんて呼べばいい
certificates.
のか聞きそびれちゃって。ごめんなさい。さっきのペンローのお兄さんにあなたのことをなんて呼べばいいのか聞きそびれちゃって。ごめんなさい。さっきのペンローのお兄さんにあなたのことをなんて呼べばいいのか聞きそびれちゃって。
A bouquet of dried flowers picked in the frigid northern wilds. Fragrance lingers about the petal, never failing to remind. Quantapal. Quani. I can't read Sami.
ごめんなさい。さっきのペンローのお兄さんにあなたのことをなんて呼べばいいのか聞きそびれちゃって。
Alega Karak also seems like she did a pretty good job with penance as well.
ごめんなさい。
I can barely tell her from her Reviso and Dorothy voices. And now for the leading star lady of the day, Quartz, who I have been very normal about for the past 6 months.
初めてお目にかかります、ドクター。私はクォーツというもので。失礼。この時計通りならば遅刻はしていないですよね。
Now you would think, with all the stuff dealing with Quartz and like time management and stuff, you would think that this is a made-up name that she just came up with. But no, that is actually her name. Okay, I'm gonna turn my sound setting just down another notch. I get really antsy. Alright, that's better. Or it probably will be better.
初めてお目にかかります、ドクター。
But yes, Quartz is actually her real name.
初めてお目にかかります、ドクター。初めてお目にかかります、ドクター。初めてお目にかかります、ドクター。初めてお目にかかります、ドクター。私は
And that took like 4,500. 4,500.
私のいた傭兵部隊も
And as I said, I have been very normal about Quartz.
認めてくれてとても嬉しく思う。もし何か足りないところがあれば遠慮せず言ってほしい。
And that is why I am instantly maxing her out completely.
私のいた傭兵部隊もこのように戦えて。ロドスの昇進は家庭も基準も透明性が高い。なかなかできることではないよ。
Do a little bit of that. Copy, copy, paste. And dump all our tokens in. Do that. And max her out.
私のいた傭兵部隊もこのように戦えていたらな。
But we are not done with her yet. Because now she's got to go to boot camp. Because you see, she doesn't have any masteries, which means we need to fix that. So we gotta put her in the base.
This place reminds me of Lungmen. It's quiet. Doesn't have the constant pitter-patter of the rain.
I'll assume guard duties for this room.
Darn you, material. I could make that, but we'll just go with all-out clash. Bee Hunter is not allowed to leave until Quartz is done. So, she's gonna run her ragged. How much time do I got on that? An hour and a half? So I gotta look out for that.
I want a new workshop.
I don't want to open my eyes. I'm worried the interior design is...
Ventilation's fine. Visibility's excellent. Good. That's conducive to getting my work.
I don't want to open my eyes. I'm worried the interior design is going to scare the life out of me.
I like this place.
Okay, and I don't have defender chips ready for penance, so I'm gonna need to prep those. I do have them, though, so this can still work.
So much violence in the name of order. Doctor, I can only pray that your efforts are more than futile.
I don't have any defender chips. That's really bad. Oh no. I think I have all the medics in the game, so maybe I can...
I guess I'll drop in at medical before the mission.
很奇妙的地方呢，有很多没见过的东西。Products received.
It's dark times when I'm using 9-color deer to try to make sure that I get a defender chip. That is not even the one I wanted. Is it at least defender chip day? It is Tuesday. I don't think so. I think it opens up on Wednesday. No, it is not. Alright, so Penance is not getting promoted today. Oh, that's a terrible shame. That's a terrible shame. Well, she gets to live at level 1 then.
Too much trouble. Hunting isn't that complicated.
Doctor, これが契約書と呼ばれるものなの？書いてあること難しくてわからないよ。どうしてもサインしなきゃダメなの？そうしないと悪徳経営者にいいように搾取されちゃう？
Getting the inkling that this guy does not have a good grasp on language.
そうとも限らないって？
Alright, and we are still not done with all the stuff that we're doing. As I mentioned, I have been very normal about courts for quite a while. And I kinda gave myself brain worms over shipping her and B on her, so now everyone else has to live with that. Of course, now this means... Oh, yeah, they're still next to each other. That works out. Well, she's not favorited. Still works out, just as I planned. Okay, next up is Calcit. We got medic modules today. And, I spent some sanity rather than doing the Siracusa event on doing those. And they also gave us Pioneer modules, and I like a lot of them, unfortunately. So I'm probably going to be doing like 5 medic modules. Not right now, though, because I just don't have the resources or the money for it. This is a huge-ass lore dump. Monster 2. The sand circles above, and the rays of light. She no longer can trust anything before her. Voices call to her. Souls lift her hide-wrought bag. Turn her dazedness to wariness. She sees a land without limit. A land rich with life. She feels something tightly grip her hand. She looks back, and in the haze of the memory fumbles for her own name. Calcit. She knows she was born in these ruins of civilization bearing a calling, but there is no one to shine a light on what is to come for her. Ultimately, she cannot live free from this calling. It is akin to taking a meal or sleeping. She begins to walk upon the lost dust, carefully sorting through her myriad of memories, her myriad years of memories and knowledge. She sees a new nation rise from yet more ruins. She recalls how the result of her abandonment was deposed royalty. She sees fresh, novel flags howl atop the blood-soaked battlefield. She recalls how both sides of the war united against a common enemy in those ancient times. She sees forests, yet thinks of barrens, and gazes on mountains, yet recollects lakes. She walks through the river that is time, picking up stones, while the eras surge, parting around her, rushing forward on. But she is immutable, which is the name of her motif. She has no past and no future either. It takes her a great deal of time before she has her thoughts reorganized. She remembers the last death, the years stretching long enough to see the form of life itself change. Still, she never thought death would be so fast. Some things are changing at this very moment. Lives flourish without rhyme or reason, and the land morphs and fluctuates. Man-made machines operate with a rumble, the radiance of originium energy shining into the umbra. In the dark, the people struggle, yearning for the light, scorning shadow in an age of brilliance, on and on. Her countenance is concealed by the flurry of grit stirred by a nomadic city, and she feels anxious to the depths of her heart. Does the will that hide the stars behind the false sky still watch the surface recur in its rise and fall? How long until the Terrans, so proud of their thriving civilizations, personally send those same civilizations into the ice-cold void to join countless lost lives? Time is running short. This is what Calcit tells herself. She has fallen to blaming herself. She has wasted too much time, and at so many moments barely averted the self-destruction of Terra, barely led them to a safe place to develop. It has exhausted her, drained her. She is no omnipotent, omnipotent being, and yet she tasks herself with tending to the entire world. Her calling has never been a fair one. She has to hurry. She has to do whatever it takes. Her gaze comes to rest on a shattered castle. It is far from the first time she's touched on the legend of the Lord of the Fiends. In the boundless years, more than once she has thought of retrieving and exploiting this ancient force. She cannot help but stifle her memories of the T-Kaz, to make an effort not to long for the bygone days where Originium had not yet molded life into its present form, and not to commemorate a possibility that has long since vanished. Maybe this time, it's time she made up her mind. So this was your previous journey, Calcit. It stretches longer than a fragment you've seen. Thousands and thousands of times longer, Teresia. But perhaps only now I've truly understood you, my enemy. I feel the same, King of Sarkaz. So, Calcit, the lovable woman that she is, every time she dies, she gets a new monster, and the number goes up. So this is her third life that she's on currently. Can I do Tuya today? I think I should be able to. Yeah. Since I'm not dumping all my EXP on penance right now. There's more money in the shop, so I'm not really worried about running out.
戦いは砂漠を渡るのと同じで、経験なんて役に立たない。必要なのは生存本能だけだ。
Water still device. Before night has a chance to fall, daylight vanishes from outside the classroom window. The twilight red is shoved forth by fierce storms, the sun blotted out by the turbid air, leaving only a faint gold halo in the sky. The matter dusk, dyed in thick, rich orange. In the dry and flaming hot air, Tuya finds herself stifled. She tugs on her collar, continues to observe as sand blankets the land and sky outside, wondering what's going to happen once class is out. Brutal winds assail unabated, the sand within rattling and pattering against the glass with a great clamor. The long-bearded professor is forced to stop teaching and to wait for the noise to subside. Amidst the dense sandstorm, Tuya notices a buckthorn plant shuddering about beneath a dilapidated wall. A flower bud somehow still surviving on its sparse branches. Tender, frail, liable to fall away in the wind at any time. Tch. Tuya shits her book and stuffs it in her bag, stooping low in preparation to slip out the back door. It appears you think you've already grasped this. Am I wrong, Miss Tuya? Huh? Tuya looks up and sees the professor standing at his lectern, arms folded and giving her a look of annoyance. What was I saying just now? Answer correctly, and I won't deduct credits. The old professor strokes his beard. It's caused by the steam trap having an insufficient pressure differential leading to steam leaking from the condenser. I hadn't gotten that far yet, Miss Tuya. You were about to, weren't you? Tuya wriggles her eyebrows and lets out a smile. Faced with such an irrepressible student, the professor can only heave a sigh and give his begrudging reply. Fine. Get out of here. You're not helping me. What about my course credit? Just this once, I'll let you off the hook. Clearing his throat, the professor is about to continue where he left off, when Tuya's next remark suddenly angers him to the point his beard stands on end. You know, you can dock some if you really wanna. I'm way above a pass anyway. Tuya hosts her bag and is sprinting out of the door by the time she finishes, leaving only the hinges slowly shuddering and an ear-piercing grumble. Get back here, you little goddamn loot! The professor's bellowing is loud enough to be heard outside the lecture hall, and fades away in the hallway along with Tuya's crackles. Many years later, Tuya still regularly thinks back to her student days and cracks a smile. To this day, she and the professor have unfailingly kept in touch by letter, and every time she finishes writing one, she takes the condenser still off of her backpack and pours the water into the planter on the windowsill, where a lush and beautiful buckthorn grows. Oh, that's adorable. I use Tuya a lot, so I'm just gonna go ahead and Module 3 her. But we are still not done. I'll do Gabrielle and the other 4 stars at some point. But I wanna pay tribute to the original Funky Lesbian.
No, it's not enough.
Bowls are for holding food. Spoons are for scooping it. Canteens hold water. Cut up big pieces of food with your knife like this. Stick your fork in, and you can put it in your mouth and eat it. You all got that? It's the young Zalix's first time at the dinner table, learning how to use the tableware. And Hamelin is among them. She's never seen such scrumptious dishes before, their glistening sheen like flowing gold. Hamelin, when I grow up, I'm gonna make sure we eat really tasty food like this every day. Hearing the voice beside her perk up, she turns to look and is met with her sweetheart's smile. Much, much later, when she's long since left her tribe, left her beloved, Hamelin skulks alone in the dark. It's been so long she hasn't had the energy left to recall the scene. Even her stomach is too much to ask for now. Another mission nobody else was willing to take. Her failing to contact her target the first time has lost her all of her equipment. The only thing saving her life was being the ditch she hid in. The aftermath of this mission failure will be hard to shoulder, but she's void in fighting capacity anyhow. Hamelin presses forward, lumping against the damp brick wall, eyes swelling over the putrid filth, searching for anything she can make use of. Eventually, in the thick of the mud, she catches sight of a portable dining set that has been thrown away. She picks it up, wipes it off, hangs it on her waist, and then climbs out of the sewer, finding the restaurant where her target sits. In the process of taking out her target, every item in the set finds its use. The bowl, the spoon, the fork, the knife, the canteen. In a first for her, she's done an efficient job, undetected by anyone. Hamelin exits the lavish high-end restaurant and wanders alone onto the streets. She feels famished, completely out of strength. Winding down, she slowly slumps against a wall, pulls in her knees, and buries her head deep. Hello? Are you hungry? Want something to eat? Hamelin raises her head to find a large-tailed Lupo girl. The girl leads Hamelin back to her office and places before her the remainders of her food supplies. It's all we got. Put something inside you, okay? Watching Hamelin's movements, her brows suddenly knit. Hey, don't use her hands. You're carrying tableware, aren't you? Are you not that good with it? Let me teach you. Put your food in the bowl, then use that spoon to scoop up the mouthful. You can cut up big chunks of food with a knife and stick it on your fork to eat it. Hand me your canteen. I'll fill you up some water. If you go hungry again, you're free to stop by every day for something to eat. Huh? Oh, what's wrong? Hamelin stares up, blinking frantically, refusing to let the tears fall from the corners of her eyes. The one lesbian in the cast, and she misses her sweetheart, and when she runs into Provence, she has an encounter that just reminds her so much of her old girlfriend. And like, obviously they're not the same people, but I know that Scavenger still likes Provence for her kindness, because Provence got infected by being a catastrophe messenger, which really shows her self-sacrificing and kind nature, and this just kind of was the starting step of that interest. So hopefully one day they can actually talk to each other like normal people. I don't think that's going to be happening, but we can hope. Maybe someday. Because the other people that don't talk to each other are Firewatch and Meteorite, who desperately need to have a conversation about what happened like a decade ago.
For a place to rest my feet, it is acceptable.
I need to put new people in this.
This place is nothing like stagnant old Siracusa.
I don't like roofs.
Lenacub with some very short and poignant words. Yeah, it's probably a good thing I can't do penance right now, because I don't think I even have the money without digging into the store. One last thing I want to talk about is Lapland got an English voice as well, and they just made her extremely Italian. Like, they took her normal insanity, and then they just dipped her in some Italy, and then put her back down.
I love power, Doctor. And you offered me a job where I can use my power to my heart's content. Love it!
Honestly, the only joy I get out of this insane world is using my power to conquer it.
God, she's so normal. Oh. So this cutscene was in one of the live streams I did before, but it's still fun to watch. Alright, I need to get that skin. Just look how fun and silly she is. Texas looks really handsome here. There's gonna be a lot of stuff going on that... So, like Stotafara Navis, this deals with the world map whole dealio, and you gotta figure out how to progress. La Morte de Texas. Demise of the Famiglia, Texas was a result of Siracusa's old order. Yet even the fall of such a prominent Famiglia did not change anything. The status quo did not change, and the Famiglia continued to fight amongst themselves. The new Siracusa cannot continue down this path. 8.7 out of 10. Very interesting. Some of the details are realistic. Uncannily so, the playwright must have some strong opinions about Texas to come up with an ending like that. Not bad. Act 3 was staged successfully. Thankfully, it looked like the events of the preceding period did not interfere with the playwright's work at all. I'm very much looking forward to your next piece. Like the ending. My friend starred in the show, so I went to watch her. It was good. Also, goodbye. Ended as it should. A satisfying ending, exactly how the story should have ended. It's basically the image I have in my mind. I didn't get it. I was eating popcorn in the theater and they kicked me out. Never got to finish. No opinion. If things really did end that way, that might have been better for a lot of people. Very happy. This show was my Siracusan debut. A lot of unexpected things happened along the way, but the final performance turned out pretty good. Looks like the audience enjoyed it too, which makes me very happy. Unexpectedly good. An unexpectedly good ending. Avoiding falling into common cliches. The youth have the power to go beyond the status quo and see things from a broader perspective. They are the saplings of our future. Pretty decent ending. It's unknown that the playwright shifted her paradigm once, or it's clear that the paradigm shifted once, and the shift elevated the quality of the entire opera to another level, bringing it from a personal story with a heroic narrative to an evocative Syracusan tale. That's enough for now. I leave the rest of my commentary for the arts papers. Dan Brown Leopardi. Selenia, Texas. Received item radio. So you only get to do that every 12 hours. So I guess you gotta just go in daily and then flip them over one by one. And these are time locked. Alright, I guess we'll just... Lingering illness. Texas wakes up from a dream, knowing that her past has come knocking on her door. Dark clouds loom over Volsini. The rainy season has come. And we're gonna skip this. I don't have the time to read an opera. Lupo Prodigo. I think we should start in the shady park. A good place to enjoy the breeze. However, the residents don't like to get too close to the tree-shaded areas. Not since a body of a sanitation worker was found there. That's the first stage. Top these tables, Famagilia, complete transactions and contests, such a civilized socialization. Small car wash shop with a clerk of very few words. Business doesn't look too hot. Only a few old acquaintances stop by. Not everyone is a fan of this cafe's new varieties of coffee. Breaking old rules is a new anomaly. Okay, this is the first thing. Waiters show up to bring out only... The waiters show up only to bring out the menu and serve the food. They know that some conversations are best not overheard. Pizzeria Montino. Kitavota Main Street. The buildings along Kitanova's main street boast magnificent architecture, but their sharp edges and corners are a bit too sharp for some Famiglia's taste. I'm gonna be butchering a lot of Italian. So since we are doing some quartz gaming, we gotta make sure that she's front and center. So if you notice, she has 0 defense, but she gets a lot of HP and a lot of attack, and she's basically just Matamaru with a Centaurian skin. Where's Ak? There we go. So I can help supplement her with, like, shining. It's not a whole lot, but it's something. I'm gonna bring in Amiya so that she can buff up Quartz a bit more. And I'll also bring in Lapland because, well, she's very Italian right now. Where is Amiya? Oh, she's underneath casters right now.
Do I need to quip just because I joined the team?
Alright, what else are we thinking?
Got it.
Let's bring in Texas so Lapland's not lonely.
Got it.
And how about some range damage? Alright, and I was gonna bring Stainless because his devices can also buff up Quartz.
Do I need to quip just because I joined the team?
This is mainly gonna be the Quartz hour, if I can help it. If I can't help it, then, well, I'll have to do something else. How about Iris? Sora arrives at the theater she is to work at next. The Antozo finds Texas and informs her about her next assignment. I'll bring in Texas, or I'll bring in Sora because I want to get her skin.
Let's go.
Also, there's a lot of jazz here, and I love it. So she goes from 1400 to 1550 and nearly 6000. But she has 0 defense, which means everything can kill her.
I will stand guard here.
Swords. Got it. Shut up.
Picked a good place for me.
Madame Chen's swordsmanship flows within this weapon.
So she's at nearly 2000 attack right now with all these buffs.
If you're still hesitant, I remember your face as well now.
Awaiting orders. You can't stop me.
I'll bring you will through darkness.
2600. She is slow, but she hits like a truck. Sora meets a strange audience member while rehearsing the play. The city of Volsini grows more and more restless as a banquet between families is about to be held.
No matter the sins, all will fall to ashes with the lives at the end of time.
Alright, Shining, reel it in. Selenia, Texas. The lone wolf who returned to the rainy city. Nothing has changed in 7 years. Perhaps finishing up the tasks she was given one by one will let her leave sooner. Start exploring. What? There's rewards for this? Alright, Selenia, come on. Wrathful yet calm, stagnant yet ever coursing. Okay, how do I confirm? Okay. Maybe I'll find a restaurant I like before I get to work. A radio that suddenly appeared by the side of the road, currently broadcasting opera music. The person who received it was in such a hurry, she did not realize she accidentally smashed one of its corners. This is the same problem as it was in IS-2, it's just slightly slower. Hurry up. The fighting started. You, over there. If you're not gonna run, at least get out of the way. This place hasn't changed one bit. The bystanders disperse in a panic, but Texas remains seated at the table, looking at the pizza that was just brought out to her. That woman over there. Don't forget to take care of her, too. Didn't you say killing civilians is too messy? Doesn't count if they're asking to die. What the hell's going on? How's she this strong? Ugh. Just get the job done first and worry about her later. Food's totally ruined now. Somebody hiding under the bar? Looks like the shopkeeper's kid. No loose ends. Wanna go back for her? Wait, hold on that for right now. I didn't get a good look before, but the color of her hair and eyes... We'd better figure out who she is. At least they, made it so that you can pull the map up to a normal size. Instead of matter not obvious, you had to deal with the minimized version. Okay, clear the stage with a 1-star rating while protecting at least one Siracusan civilian from being defeated. Mafiosos start fighting in a pizza parlor. Protect the patrons as they try to make an exit. Texas still detests it all, but there is little she could do.
Draw swords.
少しだけ遅れた。だが問題はない。
Got it. Cut them into pieces.
Down to work.
ここはこの眼帯に気を取られているようで逆に見透かされるぞ。ここは一旦武器を収めた方がいいか。しかし私の剣は。
Finish or perish. Awaiting orders. Shut up. Fear not.
位置についたぞ、ドクター。
I had to make sure, but she does in fact get defense off Shining.
Awaiting orders. Got it. Fear not.
I'll bring you real through darkness.
Mission accomplished. No matter the sins, all will fall to ashes with the lives at the end of time.
Oh, you're the lady who saved my child. Ah, I'm delighted to see you again. You're in a good mood. Ah, sure am. That judge over there just told me she knows what Famiglia is responsible for this mess, and even promised that she'd get them to compensate me for my losses. Compensate you? Sounds strange, doesn't it? Judges can't usually do anything to this big Famiglia. But this judge is different. She'll pull through for us. And because of her connections with the Bellonis, the other Famiglia don't dare lay a finger on her. Having a judge like her around means the world to us. Texas feels a familiar exhaustion rise up inside her, and she knows exactly where it's coming from. For a moment she was worried about the judge's safety and well-being. But this worry quickly proves to be unnecessary. I even gave my lunch money to the boss. Guess I'll look around somewhere else. What's this? An exquisite poster is plastered to the wall. The words printed on it are extremely conspicuous. La Morte de Texas. Texas stands beneath the wall and looks up. For the first time since she returned to Siracusa, she feels like laughing. Received La Morte de Texas promotional flyer is the first time a Famiglia's name has formally appeared in the title of a work of title. The people who awaited it did not realize what this signified, that the winds of change had begun to blow. I didn't read what that said. Eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. Nothing remains, nothing rewinds. Man, I love base point. If someone spits at you, spit back on their face. Siracusan saying. Blood Ledger. All enemies are boosted, and a Thaumagilia silencer is summoned when Blood Debt is at maximum. Alright, before we get into Blood Debts, let's
Doctor.
let's go take care of Miss Sora. I'm almost tempted to get this. I didn't like how it looked originally, but seeing it up close like this, I have a much different opinion. I still don't have the outfit voucher for Texas, so I'm only gonna get one right now. Otherwise, I would also get Honeyberry. Epoch Collection New Arrivals. Malediosa. Sora's outfit in her time studying and performing at Siracusa's Teatro di Milano. Siracusan musical productions have a unique cultural flair, which in turn calls for accessorizing to match. I like jazz a lot. That's why Heidi is in E2. She's got that jazz look to her. I can go ahead and get a nice little trusty trust bonus.
I guess I'll drop in at medical before the mission.
Already at 19. 20% of the way there. What? Buttons. How do they work? Scene's got another hour, she's good.
Doctor.
Okay.
Reserve Op Team A4 in position. The enemy will be attacking in seconds. Get ready. The enemy is here. Wait, they're local civilians from Bolshidi. That's bold. They don't look apprehensive at all. Are they used to this? This place is dangerous. We can't just leave them alone. Protect them to the best of your abilities. Whenever we defeat an enemy, the gaze of the others seem to get more venomous. Apparently, the Thaumagilia keep a book on blood debts owed by their enemies. The longer you fight them, the more you owe. Protecting the people slowly reduces the Thaumagilia's hatred, but allowing a citizen to die will have severe consequences for your debt. Be careful. Look out! Oh, damn it. Warning. Enemy behavior has changed. Support is being called in. Hang in there. Hey, guys. Can you hear me? I'm not gonna try to do it today. I can't. These guys go into a frenzy whenever their account book is full. They even call in some interesting people to join in. But that's the worst of it. Things will get easier after overcoming this hump. You can do it, can't you? I shouldn't have to show up personally. Ugh.
No.
I will follow you. Got it.
Solid positioning. First aid box is clear.
Down you go.
Simple and clear.
Free.
Just try me.
Mission accomplished.
A perfect victory. Good work.
Oh. Volsini Grand Hotel. The Honorable Signora Sicilia will be my witness. I shall give glory unto my famiglia, never to deceive or betray it. Gains additional buffs while under the liquid asset liquidation status. Also invisible. A powerful assassin loyal to his famiglia, striking from the shadows before vanishing again, leaving only death in his wake. His title is known by all, but none dare speak of him. Also, weirdly looks like an Archaeosaura. Famiglia crossbowman. Famiglia trained crossbowmen capable of striking from a distance. Crossbow for famiglia use are extremely sophisticated. When given emergency orders, these snipers will use basic arts to complete their missions, not knowing where that knowledge came from. Famiglia shoulder. Famiglia shoulder. Soldier. Low-level mafiosi who obey the orders of the superiors unquestioningly. Their lives are hardly worth anything, but their deaths are sufficient cause for the famiglia to seek revenge. Siracusan civilian. These Siracusan civilians seem to have strayed into the fighting despite having been evacuated along with the rest of the crowd earlier. For whatever reason, whenever an accident of any sort happens, everyone's wrath falls upon you.
Team member として任務のお勉強も頑張るぞ。
Is the man I see before my eyes truly yours? Sorry, I'm critically absorbed in Sora's gay moment. Lapland, catches up to Texas. After an explosion, each party is forced to make their decision.
Breathe easy. What's the line? I'm just your average mechanic.
Hurry up. Keep writhing in the gutter.
I can't reach any of them. Yeah, see, she loses HP real
It is
fast.
but a flash in the drift of time.
All
Your
things
life
come at a price,
is
of course.
mine to protect.
I will stand guard here. There is no turning back for you.
Quercus is really good here because it means that for 70% of her HP, she just takes complete damage reduction.
Or display her mercy. Agony, ever etched on our hearts.
So you gotta do some different things in order to get those nice little protections.
Agony, ever etched on our hearts. Fear not.
We're getting real close.
Down to work.
Agony, ever etched on our hearts. Fear not. Are we doing this?
545. Ah, dang it. I couldn't check. I wanted to see if those counted as allies or not. Given his current situation, Leontoso decides to grit his teeth and wait things out. Texas is interrogated. Lapland receives a call from her father, but has plans of her own. Also, this is something that we learned as well. Lapland, who, you would imagine if you first played this game like a year ago, this would be a fake name that she came up with, or her last name or something. But no, her first name is actually just Lapland. With Arknights names, it's like a 50-50 chance of whether or not something is actually a real name.
With the lives at the end of time.
Fiore di Ruggiado. Fiore di Ruggiado. Nobody cares to delve too deeply into why there's a florist next to the prison. The boss simply counts the money. Volsini Prison. The coming in of age ceremony for a mafioso. Once in the courthouse, once in the slammer. Go ahead and ask. Are you really the last Texas? Are you really the murderer? Judge Lavinia was the one who arrested you, but if I recall correctly, you came here with the baloney boy. Did they have a falling out of sort? Not answering, huh? Let's try something else. There's so much commotion out there, but it's deathly quiet in here. Judge Lavinia didn't close this trial. There'd be more spectators squeezed outside that door next to you than at the box office for a new opera. You're not gonna ask me anything? Maybe what kind of sentence you're in for? Not talking again, eh? Texas notices water dropping from the corners of the wall due to the humidity of the rainy season. Her own clothes have even gotten wet. A minor discomfort such as this normally would not bother her at all. But right now, the sensation makes her skin crawl with disgust. The people here don't care about who died or why. They only care about a name, an identity. A name that fills them with exhilaration. Texas leans against the corner, her eyelids weighed down by her exhaustion. Texas, would you mind telling me more about your life in Lungman? I delivered things. Texas's expression softened slightly. But it couldn't have just been logistics work, right? Well, it sometimes gets complicated, but I really am just a delivery girl over there. Okay, so there are no crossbow shootouts, police chases, cops and gangs, that kind of stuff? Back when I was in school, my roommate was way into Lungman cinema. You occasionally have some rubber bullets, some drag racing stunts, and some high-quality vinyls. My friends like those kinds of things. And they've all asked me the same kinds of questions. What's Siracusa like? Do they really kill people at the drop of a hat? When you go outside, do you have groups of burly men in sunglasses following you around? It sounds like something some smaller famiglia might do. Your friends didn't come with you, did they? No, I actually don't know how to explain all of this to them. When all's said and done, I need to go apologize. Lavinia leans forward slightly and raises 2 glasses of wine from the tray in front of her. To your speedy recovery to Lungman. Texas reaches over to accept the glass of wine, revealing the corner of the poster stashed in her pocket. What's that? Just a poster. Seemed like a pretty good joke at the time, but now that I think about it, it's just a poster. La Morte de Texas. I'll help you finish the rest. Received cup of red wine. Wine has many meanings, one of which is acknowledgement. Thanks. Salute. Oh, nice. They'll even, they even give you a play-by-play about what you need to do next. That's nice. As well as subcategories there too. This is much better than Stoltfara Navis. They really polish some of this. Hold on a second, I want to put food in my mouth. So why are they giving me the same map? Oh well, who cares? Mafioso of unknown affiliation stand at the door, weapons in hand. Texas is intent on coming home, and someone is intent on stopping her. And this is the same level of difficulty as Stage 1. This is just going to be an easy win.
Shouldn't we consider marching routes other than on the ground?
Yeah, this looks like it's the exact same stage.
I will stand guard here.
Down to work.
Okay, so yeah, these count as allies, so they will not gel with Scavenger.
It is but a flash in the drift of time.
Alright, so with this kill... Oh no, because the target is stainless.
I'll bring you back victory.
Well, it's a good thing that stainless can just tank that, no problem.
Fear not.
Forgive all in the end.
Fight for Londinium!
Yeah, that's my dog. Okay. Thank you, Texas, for pointing out the way to me. For I am target. To change the absurdity of reality, one must be prepared to make an enemy of the world. Alright, everyone, just bundle up right in front of Quartz there. I'd love to see it happen. While Texas sits in prison, various forces on the outside begin to clash, and a plot to assassinate Laviana takes shape.
May the war grant us the redemption we seek. Or will it? Awaiting orders.
Beginning collection of battlefield information. My sword is cloaked in secret.
Down to work. About time for us to shine.
With what do I answer your failure of justice? If you're still hesitant, the wind blows through. The leaves tell stories of those who sleep.
位置についたこの眼帯に気を取られているようで逆に見透かされ
Swing your hammers!
Mission accomplished.
Lavinia is deeply affected by the death of her former colleague turned hitman. Leontoso tries to persuade Lavinia to drop her investigation. Just as the two reach an impasse, Texas volunteers to stand trial as the murderer.
How long do we fight? How long until the flames of anger on this land die down?
Lavinia Falcone. The word justice should never cross the lips of a Famiglia-backed judge. But she has never forgotten the ideals she set for herself when she first stepped into the courthouse, and still stands resolute. The thorns that grow unyieldingly from beneath the umbral rain, full of scars, yet searching for a way forward. Okay, so... unlocks after completing IS-7. Alright. And choose to proceed to Sititova Main Street. Somebody help me. I didn't do it on purpose. Quit hollering already. You think they don't have eyes and ears? They just know when they ain't seen nothing. Ugh. Hey, what are you doing charging people like that? Oh. You there. If you still intend to run, you'll be in contempt of our ironclad order. Bad luck. Fine, you win, Your Honor. I'll go with you this time. But let me warn you now, bitch. Better watch where you walk alone the next few days. Staizita. A few days later. Your Honor! Huh? Oh. I remember you. Did that guy keep bothering you after the case was settled? He gave up. I came to thank you. These flowers are for you. What happened? I just saw him on the street corner. He's still after me. Come with me. Received bouquet of gratitude. The judge was even willing to turn against her Famiglia to help him. But the customers started questioning whether they should still associate with her while buying flowers. Oh, this is a different stage. Which one's this? In Siracusa, the law represents the will of one. As the agent of that will, Lavinia finds herself struggling to protect ordinary citizens. Dang, I wish penance was actually usable right now.
War. Ever inevitable.
I'm gonna put you right here.
I will stand guard here. Yoshi, 効率17%アップだ。
I know what to do. Are we doing this?
Amagilia Intimidator. Draws enemy fire, increases blood debt when defeated.
Picked a good place for me.
Alright. Okay, that just straight up killed her. Even with 2 years healing, that just was not enough.
Will the land shake with fury? Or despair? Madame Chen's swordsmanship flows within this weapon.
Even with Quercus's talent, even with 2 years immediate heal.
Hurry up. Are we doing this?
You get no sympathy!
Tis but a flash in the drift of time. Agony, ever etched on our hearts.
Maybe when she gets a bit more HP, it'll work out.
Mission accomplished.
Because right now she's still on the low end.
ギリギリ合格だな。時間の無駄にはならなかった。
Excuse me. I'm here to retrieve some files. Here's my permit. Sure, it's in the archives in the back. I'll take you. Just sign your name when you find what you need. Huh? One moment, please, Signoria Lavinia. Were you getting ready for a trial? When these files were archived yesterday, they said that the prisoner in question had been released early. You're only allowed to borrow these files for the time being. Received borrowed dossiers. The judges have long grown accustomed to the fact that a large number of files will be thrown into the archives with no closure, just like this one. Nobody informed me. Which judge authorized the prisoner's release? The individual in question is an associate of Famagilia Bologna. I still remember him. Right now, they probably need all the manpower they can get. Or there's some other calculus involved, and if he's convicted, it'll create problems for the Famiglia. Or it could be the same as before. It's not time yet. He told me before that I would finally realize true justice in Siracusa. But how long must I endure this kind of injustice? Here. I'm done looking. Thanks in advance for having to re-archive them. Right. Uh-huh. But you're not gonna ask for a retrial? No. Not right now. Skylight. Sunlight shines through the elegant skylight, but only on a select view. Crack of thunder. There are two eternal truths under the sky. Order and violence. Alright, maybe if I put Shining. A new round of games start among the Famiglia, revolving around Texas's identity. Maybe if I put Shining there too, maybe that'll be enough damage reduction.
You people, I don't think I'll even remember your faces after this one. Anyway, let's just get started.
Let's begin.
I will stand guard here. Flourish or perish?
Awaiting orders. Shut up. Your life is mine to protect.
Maybe I activated her skill and that killed her.
Will the land shake as I remember?
Nope, still not enough.
Your life is mine to protect. Awaiting orders. Cut them to pieces.
I'll probably just have to wait for more HP.
Fear not.
This sword thirsts for revenge. I won't permit it.
Down to work!
Grief ever echoes in our souls. Got it. You can't stop me. Fear not.
ここは一旦武器を収めた方がいいか。しかし私の剣は風の匂いが変わった。
Fear not.
Accomplished.
A truck plows into the courtroom, putting a halt to Texas's trial.
Weaklings.
Get your phone.
Alright, I have to do a quick be right back because my uncle is wanting me to put away clothes. So I'll have to go take care of that. Leontosa Bologna. By all logic, the heir serves the bidding of the Famiglia. Yet he has never given up on questioning whether the path set by his father was the correct one, or contemplating the choices he should have made. The conflicted young master of the wolf pack, emblematic of an era in flux. It'd probably be in my best interest just to breeze through the rest of the stages at this point, rather than going on the these little trips right now. Because at this rate, I'm just never gonna get to the end.
Doctor.
Alright, let me put scene in the base, and then I'll call it. Not call it. I'm still gonna be doing stuff, but it's just gonna be a minute.
I like this place. I really wish Londinium's workers could have an environment as fine as this. Wow! This sure beats the Grand Knight Territory sewers. Guesstimating a couple 100 times better. Good thing my equipment doesn't take up too much space.
Products received. Resources received.
Doctor.
When do I get this guy? He's the welfare operator, so I should be able to get him. Well, hard to say. Anyway, I'll be right back. Alright, having think about it. I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing, and I'll probably just break this up into 2 parts or whatever. There's like 1,000 extra sanity that you get over the course of this event that you don't need to have to get through the rest of the shop, so I'm not super worried. Although I would like to play Mizuki at some point tonight. I would like to play Mizuki at some point tonight. Alright, I'll go for about another half hour with this, and then I'll switch over to Mizuki. Oh, that's a faster way to do it, isn't it? A banquet, not particularly grandioso. Signor Ministro, we could take care of this easy. And it'd be awful nice if I didn't have to lean on the old ways of getting you to pay me back. We'll cover some of the expenses, and use our connections in the government to handle this for you. In return, someday, and that day may never come, we will call upon you to do a service for us. Very, very Italian mafioso. The man sitting across the table is in no hurry to speak, swirling the wine around his glass. If I make this deal with you, the public servants who currently show me great respect might change their minds about me. Their respect hinges on me acting without self-interest. My reputation is very important to me. That's unfortunate, Signor Ministro. It saddens me that we can't see eye to eye. Well, he's a dead man. Wait, did that skip the other one too? I think it did. Leontosa pushes open the door of the study. There are already mafiosi inside, waiting for his response. The job didn't go well. But that tells us he's not about to get won over by the other Famiglia either, Signor Leontosa. We're not in such bad shape. Call Dimitri over. Yes, give me free money. Give me lots of free money. Oh, this was an or situation. So I guess the first one would have been talk to Lavinia over here. Okay, so that was an or situation. That I was not aware of. So the other one probably would have been I talked to Penance instead. The Bologna is now mightiest in all the city. Want an apple? He's a stubborn paper pusher. If he's not ready to get with the times, we'll just have to go with the tried and true methods. Want me to come along? I guess. Sounds like you want an excuse to get a little workout, huh? Dimitri, standing next to him, raises his eyebrows. Oh? I was almost expecting you to say something about principles. I've had a lot of things on my mind, that's all. Like what? He felt like he deserved more from us. Still, I want to find the path of least resistance. Let's go. Dimitri Sertaldo. Everything he did was to see the Bolognas become the masters of Siracusa, and he staunchly believed that the dawn would lead them there. Baroque Street. The old streets of Olsini are either packed with fighting famiglia or completely empty. We're here. Alright, let me handle this. Okay, he's on board. He'll see you tomorrow. You didn't have to do anything? The guy was sobbing and cradling his little pet. Besides, I would have felt bad taking a shower in someone else's house. Must have been a real shock for him to find out halfway through his meal that all his guards had been replaced top to bottom. I doubt anyone would care if the guy sitting across the table had blood on him at that point. What a damn shame, though. He took pretty good care of that pet. Since he's working with us now, we'll have to find him another one. He's gonna love it. Oh, damn. Guy just stabbed a dog. Probably. Fence pillar. This solid pillar exists to protect members of the Famiglia from the defendant, but it can hardly be expected to stop a truck. A sharp dagger, a bottle of rich red wine, and a lingering sorrow. Dimitri closes the door. The thick wooden boundary separates him from the conversation between father and son. Leon, the Don told me his plans. I'm sure he'll lay his ideals into you again. That way you'll get what it is that we're doing here, and how weak and stupid what you're doing is. When he told me everything, he really was the spitting image of what a Don should be. He was sitting on his couch with a glass of wine on the table in front of him, but it felt like he was seated on a throne. That was the day I realized Siracusa had become too tame. We never should have gotten comfortable under her rule, divvying up the spoils she lets us take under the rules she's made. The Famiglia ought to bite, tear, fight, and steal for the largest slab of meat, and carve it up as they see fit. That's what the Dawn taught me. Free chip capitalists all over the place. Salozzo Estate. Salozzos never place their bets lightly. Lapland goes to jail in Texas's place. Leontoso sees the Signora de Lupi, and Sora realizes that the member of the audience she spoke with was the author of La Morte de Texas. And Saluzzi is Lapland's family. The vanished lone wolf who returned to the rainy city. In her eyes, Siracusa is a swamp, and she observes the fates of those who wish to escape it with bated breath. The waste, seeking to break free from it all, an empty husk filled to the brim. Go. Don't disappoint me. Avrei de se, padre mio. Buon begorgino. Oh, buon begorgi. Lapland, why are you so Italian right now? And buonanotte. With that, Lapland takes a step back, salutes her seated father overly respectfully, turns around, and walks out of the room. Several of the mafiosi in the hall breathe a sigh of relief. One man steps forward and stands before Roberto. Capisci? Capisco. Go then. The figure follows Lapland, also disappearing down the hall. Let me tell you again why I'm here. I've got a debt to collect for a certain someone. You've paid off the principal. Now comes the interest. The dull thud of bodies falling to the ground echoes through the room. Yawn. She killed her contact? He's in no hurry to head back to report his mistake. Caution told him to stay in position and continue observing, and he dared not approach to inspect the body until long after Lapland left. But he quickly realizes another problem. The body is still alive, and opens his eyes. You really took the bait after all. I'll bet those sent someone to keep tabs on me, huh? Lapland picks up the weapon at her feet and squints at the man in front of her. Say, what's your favorite dessert? Who's that? Signorina Lapland? That's right. There's no mistaking her. The car wash worker puts down the bottle of wine in his hand and looks at the shadow of his knife under the moonlight. Fun, fun. He passes out between the bottles. Dan Brown Leopardi. He could only witness the liquidation that exhilarated him in his dreams, and when he opened his eyes, the reality had presented itself, convinced him that civilization had become cowardly and weak. You look dirty, bro. And Lapland looks dirty. She hooks a Salusi spy after a long wait. Lapland giggles. Yeah, I should stop trying to shoot quartz right now. That's not gonna work. I can give her a standard Scylla.
May my banner protect all those who are innocent before my eyes.
That should still help out her attack speed some.
Let's go.
私の歌声で戦いを止められたらいいのにな。
ここは一旦武器を収めた方がいいか。しかし私の剣は
始まるよ。
Beginning collection of battlefield information. この一撃で決める。It's my duty to stand here. My sword is cloaked in Su Chao's shadow. 早く動かないと。もっと早く。Arbor, Reach your hands to me.
This sword, rock your weapon.
位置についたぞ。この眼帯に気を取られているようで、逆に見透かされるぞ。
Mission accomplished.
これが勝利の味というものですのね。だけど嬉しいと思えないのはどうしてかしら。
It's unfortunate because I don't like Iris's base skin, but I also don't like her other skin. It's just too different. Looks like the people here don't take kindly to the way I do things. Resentment for Lapland is building within the Thaumagilia. They await her reaction. She takes up arms.
You people! I don't think I'll even remember your faces after this one. Anyway, let's just get started.
It's my duty to stand here.
I know what to do.
Beginning collection of battlefield information.
位置について私に近づきすぎ。
Did you ever imagine friends turning against each other and homeland fading into nothing but memories?
Picked a good place for me.
Will the land shape me? The land will forgive all.
There is no turning back for you!
風の匂いが変わった。Madame Chen's swordsmanship flows within this weapon.
位置についたぞ。
この一撃で Can't you hear the children's cries?
位置についたぞ、ドクター。ここは一旦武器を収めた方がいいか。しかし私の剣は。
This sword do not make me angry.
About time. Hold the barricades!
Mission accomplished.
They have only their own weakness to blame.
Complete Alberto's mission. Lapland knows that her father is testing her. It does not want to be disappointed. She has different ideas. While defeating none of my business. What does that mean?
Route OK. 装備も異常なし。出発。
時間通りだ。
始まるよ
ー。Picked a good place for me.
Beginning collection of battlefield information.
ここは力より攻撃のタイミングが重要だ。
my duty to stand here.
So what's this none of my business? After losing a certain percentage of HP, releases a permanent incendiary field. Friendly operators inside the field take true damage every second.
My sword is cloaked in sea chalice.
攻撃のタイミングが重要だ。
And it's unblockable.
今回だけは手を貸して差し上げますわ。
Can't you hear the children's cries?
I'll bring you will through darkness.
Oh wow, that is some incendiary field. They were not kidding.
It is but a flash in the drift of time.
よし、効率10 With what do I answer your failure of justice?
Your life is mine to protect.
Okay, that was a lot more damage than I was expecting.
祝うべき勝利だ。ロドスへ帰還したら、皆ももう私の料理など食べずに済むしな。
Looks like Capone finished everything I told him to do. I am genuinely surprised that Capone is actually in this event. I legitimately thought that I thought that Lapland just made Capone and Gambino like her stooges, and then they just didn't show up in this event at all because nobody talked about them. Oh, I love my pathetic men. What was I gonna look at? I don't remember. Did you get it? I did. You asked me to follow you to the Seleucia estate just to grab a few old photos. Brought 3 of my best knives, all of which went to prying open some boxes. Lapland does not answer. She reaches out and rummages through the pile of photos. Here it is. She runs her fingers over the photo and lets out an unpleasant chortle. Look at that itty-bitty face of yours. So cute and innocent. What was going through your little noggin back then? Never go into a back alley alone. Every Syracusan child gets this half advice, half plea from their parents. The smoke from the burning photo flushes out a gray and white striped must-beat from the grass. Oh? There's another little fella here. Lapland lifts it by the back of its neck and looks at the panicked beastling with its feet dangling in the air. Are you scared? How about that feeling of being airborne? Getting carried around by the scuff of your neck, losing control of your body. Nobody likes that, right? As if to prove her words, the must-be opens its mouth to try to bite Lapland's finger. Yes. Yes. Just like that. All you can do is fight back, right? She lets the must-beat rest in the palm of her hand. Did you know? I once kept a buddy who looked just like you. I got it the cutest little cage, the finest food, and even the fluffiest sawdust to nap on. I dress it up nice and pretty, but the Mustbeast cannot understand human language. It simply sniffs around Lapland's hand. The more I look at you, the more I see the resemblance. How about you come home with me, then? She throws the rest of the photos into the fire, the tongues of flame rolling over this already blurred faces. Time to head over to check on my little Mustbeast. The place can hardly be called a hideout. It's nothing but a random shack where Lapland occasionally meets Capone and Gambino. Today she comes by only to give the Mustbeast food and water, but she doesn't even need to open the door to know what's going on inside. A strong, burning odor rushes into her nostrils. Only the door remains in its original form. Somebody's coming. Let's get out of here. She kicks open the door. The inside is choked with thick smoke, and the Mustbeast's cage that had been set in the middle of the table is overturned. She takes a look around and sees that everything of any utility has been chopped up and set alight. A very familiar way of doing things. She soon walks out, weapons in hand. She's not allowed to have anything. Pursue the arsonist. Lapland knew they would justify the purge with the theft that occurred in the Salozzi estate a few days ago, but now she knows she does not want them to open their mouths again. Okay, let's see what this none of your business thing is. Oh, can I only do it once? Alright.
Doctor.
Making me back out into the archives for this. Oh, whoop. I have greatly made my screen small, and that did not help me. None of my business. A drunken man wobbling around with his hat pulled low. The incendiary bombs lying around the battlefield have nothing to do with him. At least, that's what he's always insisted in his affidavits. After losing a certain percentage of HP, releases a permanent incendiary field. Friendly operators inside the field take true damage every second. Famiglia Intimidator. Famiglia trained strongmen, their imposing statures a bluff of sorts. In actuality, Famiglia value their mastery of Siracusian language over raw violence. Fuck this guy. Nobody hurts Mike Halsett. Okay, if these guys get through this passage, then they'll come up against this.
We're fighting you guys. Then please do your bestest job, or I'll be really bored.
Cut them to pieces.
Flourish or perish. Your life is mine to protect.
Ambiguia caster attacks 2 targets at once, can stop attacking to incite hatred, and continually increase the blood dead. Like what's happening right now, I guess.
Are we doing this garbage?
Awaiting orders. Cut them to pieces.
I didn't even see this guy.
Grief ever echoes in our souls.
Are we doing this garbage?
Fear not.
My sword is cloaked in Sea Child's shadow.
Boom. Boom.
Awaiting orders. Cut them to pieces.
Alright, I missed that.
Grief ever echoes in our souls.
Are we doing this? You get no sympathy!
Drop your weapon!
Grief ever echoes in our souls.
位置について私に近づきすぎないでくれ。味方を誤って傷つけたくない。
Well, fortunately this doesn't cost anything, but I am gonna have to redo it.
Grief ever echoes in our souls.
And none of my business is the hardest part.
いくら精密な時計でも
I wonder how shiftable it is.
そこまで完璧さにこだわることもないよ、ドクター。
I'm sure I'll get it this time.
War, ever inevitable.
Draw swords. Exusier, cover me.
I know what to do.
Got it.
早く動かないと。今回だけは手を貸して差し上げますわ。
Hurry up. Keep writhing in the gutter.
Madame Chen's swordsmanship flows within this weapon. 風の匂いが変わった。
時間通りだ。
Got it. You can't stop me.
It is but a flash in the drift of time. Your life is mine to protect.
Oh, I guess he can't be slept. Yeah. Sleep doesn't work on him.
Awaiting orders. Shut up.
Agony, ever etched on our hearts.
Amiya here. Do not make me angry.
Are we doing? There's no turning back for you.
力よりも攻撃のタイミングが重要だ。Grief.
You'll have to try harder than that.
Fear not.
Beginning collection of battlefield information.
Hurry up. You get no sympathy.
Fear not.
位置についたぞ。私に近づきすぎないでくれ。味方を誤って傷つけ
So I'm hoping this doesn't kill civilians.
Your life is mine to protect.
Nah, they're fine. They can take a little heat.
Mission accomplished.
It is, however, 8:30, so I will be
You
wrapping
showed me
this
that
up.
even weeds struggling to grow in the ruins can stand tall. Thank you.
Ah, now isn't that something? Everything else burned away, but you're still here. Why can't I caress the photograph? If I'm missing an item, head to Critica Artensia. Oh. Okay, so without that, I can't actually finish the thing. Okay. Alright, yeah. Is there anything I can do for... Alright, I guess I can do this. It's not really a grind stage, though. I can just do IS-4. Alright, so we'll call it there for today, and then we'll switch over to Mizuki so I can at least play a little bit of IS-3 to fiddle with that around with that for a bit, so I can maybe play it during my lunch break tomorrow. Alright. Alright. I'm gonna end the recording, put up a be right back, get some water, and then we'll be back at it. Stay beautiful.